Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50. So today I did my makeup. I'm going to Costco, but I'm also filming my part 2 of my eyeshadow collection. So some of these, I'll just get into it. First, I need to tell you, Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls, they are under, if you look up Gourmand Girls and you look at their website, Ladybug Glow is on their website now. I said in my last video, my last um, part 1 of my eyeshadow collection, that you could not get Ladybug Glow on the Gourmand Girls site. I have since learned that they have changed and you can get them. They are no longer just collaborating, they are working together. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. The particular palettes that I have, you cannot get on that site, but you can get Ladybug Glow from Gourmand Girl's site now. Okay. The first part of this, I have 32 palettes I'm going to show you, but the first part of this is all of my shimmer. I have sections of where my stuff is. And this, I'll show you. This right here is my all shimmer palettes. And I do it like this and you'll see why. But this is Illuminati from Ice Cream Beauty Box is where I got this. And these are the colors. I love yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. This is not the best eyeshadow. It doesn't work the best. However, it's yellow. It came in a box. I still have it. If I were doing a declutter, I might declutter this one, but I'm not doing a declutter this year. This one should have been in my last video also, but again, it was in my shimmery palette. Yeah. So I didn't remember, but this is from Blend Bunny, and this is the Trove palette, but it's just an all shimmer palette. And let's see if you can, there you go. You can see the shifts in the colors. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I absolutely love them. However, I kept them separate. I would not declutter that one. This one, and you will see more from this brand later on in this palette eyeshadow reveal collection, whatever. This is from Ensley Rain. This is Happy Go Lucky, and I'll show you the color story. I wore this yesterday. I wore these colors, and this looks super, super blue, right? Well, it's not that blue on your eyes. It's not as blue on your eyes as it looks in the pan. It comes out more of a peachy pink color, which is weird because like I just put these shadows that I have on are in this collection, and I'll tell you which ones they are when I get there. So you'll kind of understand a little bit more. But sometimes what it looks like in the pan is not what it looks like on the eyes. And no, I'm not wearing this color on my eyes. But this, I love this brand. A lot of people aren't talking about this brand right now because something happened. However, hold on. I still have the palette. I actually got this particular palette in an Ice Cream Beauty Box, and It's super cute. You can remove the pans, which they're all magnetic, and the other products that I have from this brand have the same thing. Yes, they all have the same thing, so I could mix and match. However, I just keep them all in the same thing. This one I also got in an ice cream beauty box, and this is from Clarity Cosmetics. This is their stained glass, and I love these deep, rich colors. There's only 2 mattes in here, and it makes it difficult to make a cohesive look for me because I like a light inner corner and a darker outer corner, and there's no light color to this. So I have to pair it with another palette in order to get a look that I like. But the shimmers in here are so nice, and they're shifty also, but they're so pretty. And of course, I'll keep that one. Now, this collection, or most of these singles, are from a brand that I have a lot of eyeshadows palettes from, but that's going to be in a separate video. I think that's going to be part 2 or part 3, I mean. But this is from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is one of their newer single shadow components. And these 9 on this side are their holochrome, duochrome. I don't even know if you can see sort of the difference. These 3 right here, this one right here is actually a ColourPop shimmery shade. And then these 2, I believe they're from Terra Moon, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't even know if you'll be able to see. Yeah, right here, if you look in the mirror, you can see the shiftiness of those 2 shades. So they're very pretty. I love them. Yeah. So now we're getting to, this is a palette that I used for the shimmers today. This is from Sugar Drizzle. And again, this is a company that not a lot of people are talking about, and I don't even know if they're still around anymore, but Sugar Drizzle is, I love this shimmer formula. But this is Man, I Love Frogs. It's the MILF, and it's just so, so pretty. Look at those colors. Now I have this color like right out here, and then I put this kind of over the top to kind of blend it together. And then I have this color on the inner part of my eye, which it does not look like it is a pink. It looks green, but it's pink in the pan. So when you look at these, don't necessarily think, oh, well, that's not a color I'll wear. But honestly, it comes off different when you put it on your eyes. And I have this color right here on the inner part of my eye, and it looks green too. So yeah. This next palette, I bought the palette itself from Amazon, but all of the colors inside, most of them anyway, are from Cleona. Like all of these are from Cleona. There's a couple over here that are from Terra Moon because I ran out of space and I, moved them around. But that's these colors. These are shifty colors also, but they're so, so pretty. They're so dimensional. And they have a ton of single shadows. I would swatch them all for you. However, I'm heading to Costco and I don't want glitter all over my arms. But if you want to see swatches of different brands, let me know. This palette I got from Odin's Eye. This is a single, or a magnetic palette that you can buy separately. And I really wanted this particular pattern. I think it is absolutely beautiful, very shifty. And I have different shadows in here. So all of these shadows on this side, these are all Odin's Eye shadows, which I got in a mystery box from Odin's Eye. These three right here are from Cleona because they didn't fit. All the ones in there are round and these are squares. This particular shade is from Lethal Cosmetics, which again I got in a mystery box. This is a Jeffree Star from the Controversy palette, and this is the Put It Back shade because I really wanted that one. I don't know where this one came from. It's just a shimmery shade that I have. This is a Cleona highlighter, and then these two, I'll show you. This is the way you take these out. If I can hold it up. They pull out like that. They're magnetic. So, oh, this is from Davina. So, do I have more from Davina? I don't remember. I think these two are from Davina. I don't even know. I'll swatch this, the darker one. It has so many shifts to it. It's really hard to see, but it is a very pretty color when you put it on your eyes. Like I said, it might look like a dark color, but when you put it on your eyes, it's not as dark as it comes out. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to just start showing you the brands. So this one is, I don't have a problem with this person. I think they're doing their best and they're living their best life. So I don't condemn them. But this is my Jeffree Star Alien palette. This one is no longer around. You cannot buy it. When it was going out of stock, I bought it because I really wanted it. And you can see I don't use it a whole lot. I should. I so should. But I just absolutely love the packaging is very hard to store, like the eyes are, yeah, it's a hard to store package, but yeah. And then this one is called, I don't remember. I want to say Royal, but I don't know if that's the right one, but this is the purple palette that is like a crushed velvet, and I absolutely love it. It reminds me of Prince, and I had to have this one too. And these are the colors. And again, I have not used this a whole lot. I should, but I haven't used it. And I know somebody will know what the name of this one is. I just, off the top of my head, I can't think about it right now. I don't know what it's called. This is The Conspiracy. That's the name of the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And I watched the whole series of this and I fell into the trap. This is the most awkward packaging. It really is. I love the little latches on it. I think that's super cool, but just the shape of this is really awkward. But the colors, these are the colors. And they're pretty. They're so pretty. Yeah, I don't use it a whole lot. I should. Like I said, I should. Um, okay, so the next one that I absolutely love these particular colors. I love the collection of these, and I have all four of them. This is the Lethal Cosmetics and Avatar: The Last Airbender collection, and this is the water, and this is the earth, and this is the air, and then this is fire. So I'm going to show them to you. I love these shadows. Love this. I have not, other than that one shadow from a mystery box that I got, I have never used any of the other Lethal Cosmetics shadows, but if they're like these ones, they're so good. This is the air. Is it? Yeah, this is air. Yeah. And these are so pretty. I absolutely love them. I have too many palettes. I know, because I don't use them as often as I should. I know. I am well aware. Well aware. Anyway, this is the earth. This is one of my favorites because it's the greens and brown and such pretty colors. Such pretty colors. I absolutely love those. And then this one is water. And these are the colors. And that middle shade is a very shifty, I don't even know. You can't even, and I have the, yeah. I love this so much. I have not even taken off the mirror protector. And I still have the little shade protector in there because I'm weird like that. I feel like it helps keep the shadows fresher longer. So I keep them all together. But that's the only Lethal Cosmetics. They've had multiple eyeshadow palettes. They have multiple, they do so much. But this was the only selection from this brand that I had to have. So there's that. And now I'm going to tell you about Glamlight because Glamlight has a lot of really good eyeshadow palettes. They've done a lot of collabs lately, but they used to do food related things. They had like a burger, a taco, a pizza, um, cake, ice cream, a donut. This was one of their collections. And I tried to use this the other day. This is really old. Um, and I save it because this is the chocolate donut. And the colors are so pretty. However, they don't work as well as the newer shades do, the newer formula does. This is not as good as Glamlight is now. Why do I keep it? Because it's so cute. It is so cute. But I did try to use it yesterday and I was not impressed. So if I had to declutter, that would be one that I would declutter. Um, and then two other, I have one, two, three, four, five. I have six from this brand, but um, a while ago they did a Scooby Doo collab, and I had to have. I have a thing, um, but this is which one is this? This one is the Rutro Raggy palette, and it's greens and blues, and it is so pretty. But then again, I have to use another palette with this because these are really, really dark, and I like to do light to dark. And then this one is the Creeps and Crawls palette from that same collection, the Scooby-Doo collection, and those are those colors. They're the pinks and purples and darker blues. But again, I have to use another palette that has, and I have several palettes that I can use with this, that either one of these that make it a great color combo. This is the Nightmare on Elm Street, and this has a lenticular motion cover. It is red, but when you open it up, the color story is green. So I forget that I have this color story in this brand because it's red on the outside. So it makes it, I don't remember, but I love these colors, these dingy green. Such a good, and the formula on all of these is really, really good. Now, Glamlight has also done a collab. So has ColourPop, but I had to have them all. I just had to have them all. So I got the Glamlight Breaking Dawn. I'm going to show you Team Edward. I don't think this is just part one. They don't really have it is Team Edward for face and body palette. So this is the Team Edward. It is. They are named. I didn't see that before, but this is Team Edward from the Breaking Dawn, which, it had to have the red in it for the blood. But yeah, I really like. I like Twilight. I like Edward and Jacob and Bella, and I love Glamlight's formula, so I had to have that one. And then this one is the Team Jacob, and it has the lenticular motion too. Did I show the one? I didn't show this one. So you can see not so well, not so good. But anyway, this is the Team Jacob, and the grays, the browns, the greens. This speaks to Washington, in my opinion, because I live here, but this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. Okay, so I said I was going to talk about Inslee Rain, and I have 4 palettes from Inslee Rain. These two you could get them, they came out at the same time. This is the Flourish and Flutter palette, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two, because there really is. And this was kind of another thing that kind of got them into trouble. They were saying that these were not AI generated, and they were AI generated. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not part of the brand. I don't talk to the people, so I have no idea. But people had a whole thing about AI. It is what it is. This one is the Flourish. No, this one is the Flutter, which is kind of muted and dark, but it still has the beautiful glittery tones to it. It's so pretty. I love this palette. And then the Flourish one, which is this one, Hi Leia, is way more colorful. It has way more color to it. Get down. And then because I wanted more from the brand, I bought, this is the Flower Moon. I loved the artwork, the mushrooms, but I love the color story of this one. It gives you, and I wore this the other day too, but this has such pretty colors. 2 rows of sparkly, shimmery, shifty colors, and then this whole row of mattes. It's so pretty. Like, you can get the best looks out of them. And then this was another one that I got. It's called Cosmic Dreamer. And this was one of their older palettes. And it has that grungy side of it that I really like. It also has bright colors. It has blues. But I forgot to point out, see how all of these have the little divot there? This is how you can take them out and replace them. You can move them around. What I don't know is if they have the names. I've never taken the colors out, so I don't know. And they're not as easy to pick up. I can't get it out. They're not as easy to come out as like my single shadows, but this, and that's the star, but it has such pretty colors. So those are my Ensley Rain palettes. Now these two brands, Linda from Glitter Fallout, she was like, I'm not one of the most popular people as far as this is concerned, or her opinion was not the most popular of this, but people compare these two brands together. This is Natasha Denona and this is Melt, and Linda from Glitter Fallout prefers Melt over Natasha Denona, and I agree. You get what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is where the controversy lies. You get 10 shadows. This is the Gemini palette, and it is so good. So pretty. This is the remastered version. This is what it looks like on the outside. Yeah, it's so pretty. You get 10 shadows in this one, whereas the Natasha Denona, you get 15, but the Melt is $48, and the Natasha Denona is $69, which I don't know if it's going up or not, but I prefer the Melt formula over the Natasha Denona formula. This is the palette that I used today. This is the Melt Merte palette, and I used these two colors and this color. I lined my eyes both top and bottom. Oh, and I put a little bit of this on the inner lower part, but I prefer Melt shadows over the other shadows. And I really wanted just, this one looked so pretty. This is called the Rustic. I don't even think they sell this one anymore, but if you want just a plain neutral, this would be the one that I would get. And because I absolutely love her, I had to have the Fatally Yours from Melt Cosmetics, and Bailey Sarian. Now, If you've seen Bailey Sarian, you know those are her eyes. She has the biggest eyes. She's so pretty. And then these are the colors. There's no shimmers in this. No shimmers whatsoever. Hey, little girl, stop it. She's getting angsty. But I love Melt. Now the last three. These are the Natasha Denona, and I did not purchase these outright on my own. I got each of these in a lucky bag, and I'm going to show you them in order of how I like them. This was the one that I got this year, and look at all my fingerprints all over it. I don't use it a whole lot. I think I've used it one time. This is the Xenon palette. I don't necessarily like the formula of these. I just don't. And then this is the Roxa palette. And this is the Color Story. It's beautiful colors, and I need to use them more. This one's my favorite, and I wanted to buy this one, but I bought the lucky bag, and I was going to work towards buying this one. This is the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, and if you can tell by the outside cover, these are the colors. Now, I love these colors, but I don't like the formula of the powders and the creams and the thing. That's the part I have the hard time with. But those are 32 palettes. Those are the ones that I have like 3 or more in that brand. I have one brand that I have 3 in, but I'm going to lump it together with a different brand because you'll see when I get to that point. But that's 32 in part 2 of my eyeshadow palette collection. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. Have a great day.